करीना जी इधर, करीना मैम सेंटर लोग, करीना मैम सेंटर डाउन 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 सेंटर डाउन डाउन सेंटर सेंटर करीना मैम 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 सेंटर डाउन सेंटर डाउन यहाँ पे देखिए, ये ऑल ऑफ यू सेंटर सेंटर ऑल ऑफ दिस साइड ना, ऑल ऑफ दिस साइड, ऑल ऑफ मैडम आपका हाथ दीजिए मैम, सोलो ऑल ऑफ दिस साइड, ऑल ऑफ मैम सोलो सोलो मैम साइड 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 प्लीज साइड है पीछे नीचे करीना मैम करीना जी करीना मैम लुक हियर सेंटर डाउन सेंटर सेंटर मैम मैम सेंटर डाउन जी यहाँ पे देखो ना, यहाँ पे फोटो के साथ मैम साइड 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 नाम लू किया सामने देखिए ना, करीना जी इधर देखिए।
Needs no introduction, but it is huge round of applause to her. Yeah, it's an honor to share this stage with her as also a personal admirer and a fan of her work. But we are so honored to celebrate her latest release and her almost 25 years in the industry with this film festival that is so reflective of her amazing talent, her amazing range, and her diversity as an actor. It's 25 years, 67 films, and 67 amazing collaborations. And I wish we had the time to show all the 67 films this festival, but we chose 6, and we feel it rightly, reflects her bold choices and her amazing and very innovative portrayals over the years. And we're very honored to, be a platform that shows all her shades as an artist. So thank you for being here and welcome, and yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, Kareena Kapoor Khan. I think that's what a star is, because while we started the proceedings here, all eyes were right at the door waiting for you to make that grand entry. I'd request all of you to please take your seat. Super. So, very happy to be in conversation with the three of you. Like I said, thank you for making the effort to be a part of this very special evening. क्योंकि अगर आज आप यहाँ नहीं होते तो आपको लगता है कुछ गलत हो रहा है, कहीं कोई ट्रेन छूट रही है. Millennials or Gen Zs, we all have seen your characters. We love you. We keep saying your dialogues. How does it feel?
As cliche as it sounds, but it just feels like I just gave my first shot yesterday, because that's the kind of energy I have inside me. So I think I still have that that fire, that want, that need, that that greed of wanting to just be in front of the camera. So today I think I'm feeling honored and humbled, because obviously I'm so grateful to PVR and all of you, to Niharika, to everyone who's actually thought of having this festival for all my films, because I still can't believe it's actually going to be 25 years. But I'm so happy that everyone's going to get to watch all the fun movies, as well as some films that I feel deserve so much more at that time are going to get it now, because they're all going to come and watch it, again. So I feel really, really happy that I'm here, and we're going to talk about my movies and how I enjoy playing those characters. So very, very excited.
I know, I'm very glad you said that, because there's so many of the films that you, I'm sure, would have wanted for people to see again, and we're getting a chance to actually be able to do that on the big screen. But talking of today, this Kareena Kapoor Khan Film Festival coincides with the release of your latest, The Buckingham Murders. Again, getting rave reviews, and that's something you've brilliantly managed through your career. This balance between our masala commercial hit films, where we love to see you in all your poo gorgeousness, and of course the critically acclaimed ones. What do you feel about your latest offering?
I think Buckingham Murders was a very brave film, because it's a film that we set out to do, which would be very true to its ethnicity, its authenticity. We wanted to shoot the film in a small town in England, and it was a story about that. But the way Hansal wanted to shoot it, we were like, we can't have people speak in Hindi, the local people living there. So we said, let's make a Hindi and English and a Hinglish film, but let's stick to, its truest form. So somehow I just wanted to do it. I thought after 25 years, if it's not now to experiment and do something different, it's going to be never. And I've always actually tried to do that with films like Chameli and Dev, very early on in my career. So it's no different now that on its 25th year, if, I would want to do something different. Because every other film, the commercial genres like The Crew and Singham and everything is so much a part of my DNA, and it's always going to be a part of me. And, that's going to be life. But I also want to do things and try out different things, sometimes as an actor as well. So it's important to strike that balance, and I'm happy I've done that, because people are watching that version of the film, of the English film, and loving it. So it's a sense of, it's a good feeling to know that, okay, people will go to brave out different films as well.
Lovely. This whole thing about watching films has a lot to do with the heart. We love it, but there's a business aspect to it as well, and this is where I want to draw in Kamal. This trend that we see today of films being re-released, why do you think that's gaining momentum?
Well, I mean, one is, sometimes films get released and they don't find the right audience, and people discover them when they watch it on television, through streaming platforms or linear television. And because cinema going is such a differentiated experience, when you bring them back, there is this positive cycle. Like, we keep talking about streaming versus theaters, but these re-releases, the ones which are doing well, is a great example of a positive symbiotic relationship between streaming and theaters, because these films have been discovered on streaming. So Tumbar, which has been available for, maybe 6 or 7 years, doing these sort of numbers, like a brand new film, is something which we wouldn't have thought or imagined 3 or 4 years back. So clearly, is the streaming, the fan base, the quality, appreciation, word of mouth, all of that is contributing to the success. But this is one variable. For Laila Majnu, it could be another variable, because the actress suddenly has become extremely popular after Animal, so that's another variable. We as exhibitors, frankly, we like all sorts of films, whether it's a re-release, it's a new film,
I'm sure.
it's a niche film, it's a commercial film. We want to be of service to all segments of moviegoers, cinegoers, and to that end, re-release is an important part of our strategy. And this is a trend here to stay.
Lovely. I think a segue to my question to Niharika. You know, like you said we'll have all sorts of films, and we of course have the Kareena Kapoor Khan Film Festival, but you have a lot of other exciting festivals planned as well. Would you like to speak about those?
Yeah, I mean, we're still in the process of, curating this re-releases and the film festivals. And we're now, like Kamal also mentioned, and we've been talking about it. Re-releases initially, were meant to be one thing. But given the success, we want to now adopt a lot of strategy behind them and make them a part of our mainstream programming. And that's an endeavor that we're really pursuing now. So, in addition, obviously, to this festival, we're doing an A&R, festival this weekend as well, which celebrates his 100-year contribution to cinema. We are looking at, some genre-based festivals as well, like a Halloween festival. Because obviously horror is the new thing, but I think we believe that film festival will do well. In terms of re-releases, we're also trying to understand the current trends. Are there certain nostalgic films that people want to watch in the cinema? And again, it is a result of films like, Rockstar doing well. So it's identifying those films. Then we are also, as a company, working very closely to restore some classic Indian cinema with this company called Film Heritage, which we're very excited about because it allows us to, allow a lot of us to see films that we've never seen on the big screen. So there are a multitude of different films and festivals, and we have some thought behind putting those together.
Lovely. Yeah. So we as cinema lovers are in for a treat. And as huge fans of Kareena here, I'm going to ask you the simplest question. Which is your favorite film of yours?
I think it's so unfair to pick one film, considering, like Niharika just said, I've done 67, I didn't even know that. I think after a point, you just lose count as, what number film it is.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Which is the film you've seen most, your own film? Maximum rewatches or...
Oh God, I don't know. Maybe it would be, I think, Kabhi Khushi Kabhie Gham. I think just as half the world has, I think I'm pretty much a fan of that film as well because, I love the idea of family, tradition, just that warmth. It gives you that warm feeling. I think that's what everyone kind of loves. And that's why it's, I think, one of the most loved films also.
I think, Kareena, you must also be given credit for giving us a prototype of a Hindi film heroine that we keep seeing versions of. So you played Geet and you were Pooh, and after that there are these so many characters in different films, even now with varying percentages of the Geet quotient and the Pooh quotient. What do you make of it today with your experience and the benefit of hindsight when you rewatch, say, a Pooh or a Jab We Met? Did you ever imagine that it's going to be such an integral part of popular culture?
Not at all. I think when we were doing Pooh, at least I was following just Karan's instructions. I mean, I knew it was like a super fun character, but no one really thought that, 25 years later, you'll still have characters based around who are like her, That was never really the intention, because I think when you set out with an intention of saying that we have to make this character great, or, this has to be amazing, it's going to be fab, and, think that. I think it just happens. Magic has to be, it just has to happen, You never really know when you're creating it. And with Geet, it was the same thing, because I was shooting Tashan simultaneously. And Tashan was a really big film, because it had Akshay Kumar, it had, Anil Ji, it had Saif Ali Khan, and, it was a YRF film. Whereas Jab We Met was it was more like, it was like we were new, and, Imtiaz had done one film, and there were never really any big names attached to it at that point. So I was always like, Tashan is going to be amazing, and, I'm working on this body, I'm going to do my action film, and I would just like, come on the set, but my focus was Darshan. But I didn't really know that what was happening. And then Jab Bhi Met just released, and, not that Darshan isn't special, but people just love Jab Bhi Met more than that. So when you think that, everyone's going to watch this, but everyone watched that. So there was no real plan that, it's going to be amazing. I was also a bit like, no one really thought that. So it just happens. I think magic should just, happen. It can't be planned. I mean, we say it can be created, but it's just...
Listen, I completely get you, because another thing that wasn't planned and it happened and it felt like magic was the whole Sananana trend.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the song from
like 18, 20 years.
and we were all waiting for you to probably do that reel or trend. What did you make?
No, I was just like, oh God. But no, I mean, I think it truly is an iconic song because of the way Santosh shot it. There was something very raw but yet sexy about it. And everyone wanted to see it. Was like, this quintessential heroine who was, the classic under, the waterfall and being fun, and people connected to that energy, I feel, somehow. And I'm so happy that Ashoka is part of the re-release list, because it truly is one of my most favorite movies. Because, I mean, I was like, I think 20, and it was obviously my first actual film which I did with Shah Rukh, because in K3G I was an opposite Shah Rukh. So for me, Ashoka will have amazing memories, and I think the music, look at it, like you said, the trend. So I think people are going to come to the theatre and going to watch it, because the music from Raat Ka Nasha to San Sanana, it was all just, it was so ahead of its time, I think.
Super. A lot of filmmakers that you've worked with, your co-stars, have on record said that, listen, Kareena is spontaneous. Like the camera's on and she's another person and you don't know where that's coming from. I know you cannot ask a magician ki batao bhai apne tricks. But honestly, I mean, you of course have it in your genes. That's no surprise. But what do you do, especially with your dialogues and your delivery? Because you almost make it your own in a way that today we find it so hard to believe that you're not Pooh or that you are not Geet. How is that possible?
I think half the decade went where people thought I was Pooh, and like I lived like her and had all these couture clothes and thought that I was so cool and went on, whatever, okay, that's Bebo. Yeah. And then the other half of the decade went on with people, believing like I'm the Bhatinda ki Sikhni.
You never stopped talking.
Yeah, I never stopped talking. But maybe I'm a mix of both, people who know me.
Yeah.
But I think it's not about that. It's about that like I said, that I'm so passionate about acting, and also have to credit so many of my directors and, the actors who've been so amazing in so many movies, like whether it was Omkara, also that's playing at the festival now. I think, like Saif was just out of this world. And, I had a trial and I called, it's just an instant, like I called everybody. Like I said, it's such a good performance, so I'm going to call all the directors, from like Mani Ratnam to everybody, all the directors. I'm going to have this trial and call all the directors, because I think I've done really well in this movie. So I had this trial in Film City and everybody was there, and of course Vishal and, Coco and Vivek and everyone were there, and Saif was also there. And I was like excited that they're going to watch me as Desdemona, because Dolly Mishra is like, she was one of the most... Actually, Shakespeare never really wrote too many female characters, so it was like such a special character. So I, called all the directors and made them sit and said, okay, now this is it. And in interval, everyone came out and was like, yeah, really nice, really nice. We loved everyone, and like Saif was amazing. And then the movie ended, and everyone was like, you were fab, but where's Saif? Where's Saif? Where's Saif? And I was like, what has happened? I called everybody to praise me, and then suddenly everyone just flocked to Saif and was praising him. But so I have to credit a lot of my films, and actors bounce off each other's energy. So I think great films like Omkara or Jab Bhi Met, we've always bounced off each other's energy. Whether it was Amir and Three Idiots also. So famous scenes, you need to take from them as well. So I also want to take this opportunity to thank all my actors, in all these wonderful films, whether all of them, because it's just, without them, none of these films, whether it was Omkara, Jab Bhi Met, any of them that's playing Ashoka would not be what it was without them.
How lovely. Since you thanked your co-stars, any plans of with Saif on screen?
Hopefully soon. I would love to work with him. I mean, right now he's like also going to taste blood because he's, coming in for the first time in a Telugu film that's releasing next week. So I think that people are really excited. So I would love to do something with him soon, hopefully.
Lovely. Niharika, Kareena spoke about how sometimes you just don't know what becomes a trend, and suddenly the whole world is talking about it. It's at least that's the kind of world we live in today. So what thought of vision goes into when you decide to curate a festival? Like there's so many lineups. There's the Kareena Kapoor Festival, the ANR. What's the vision?
I think, like I said before, that we really believe in the big screen experience. So I think this recent trend of re-releases doing well is also just very encouraging to us to pull out, any film that we feel will also have that audience. But how India is a very diverse country, our audiences are also very diverse. So we want to do justice to films that everybody wants to watch. So may it be like what happened with, Ashoka, like may it be a trend that starts online and we get a sense from the consumers that, okay, maybe this is the film that they want to watch. Or if it is simply, if it's a celebration, like in the case of, ANR, it is a very significant event. So it allows us the opportunity to do something around him. And like in the case with this festival as well, like Buckingham Murders allowed us the opportunity because it coincided also with a very landmark moment in her career. It allowed us the opportunity to curate this festival. And the fun part of also curating festivals like this is we're able to find a balance in films that we know people will want to see, like a Jab We Met or a K3G or an Omkara, which has cultivated such a big fan following, but also giving light to films like Kamal mentioned that have gained a lot of support in the online, in the OTT space or in the television space that may have not done as well before or may not got their due, but they can have it now. So all those factors we're trying to take into account, but the purpose is to, by the end of the year, have enough films for everybody.
Kareena, bringing the conversation back to you, I hate to prefix the term superstar with female, but you definitely have the star power, right? I mean, the energy of this hall changed when you walked in. It's an enviable mix, like I said, of just the right balance. The commercial hits are there, the critically acclaimed ones, a few duds here and there, but every time your performance has stood out. And what's also amazing is while you've done the, like the Buckingham Murder, Chameli, Omkara, but you also have been part of films that clearly center around the male character, the hero, and you've held your own. I just want to understand what you thought while saying yes to those projects, because if you wanted, you could have said, why should I take the step back? I mean, the story should revolve around me and I want to headline projects.
I think in 25 years, one has to think of when we were, signing films when we were younger, when we were like 17, 18. It was always about proving yourself, wanting to, just be in every film. And then after a decade, if you sustain, it's also about the question of reinvention, which is very scary in an industry like this, like male-dominated and whatever. But we've, over the years, had a lot of brave actresses as well, apart from me, who've also taken big strides. So while straddling the fact that I've done films with the big superstars and, all those are successful films, but I've also had a career which I've simultaneously done to prove myself as an actor. Because I think the longevity of an actor is only possible if they also repeatedly prove their talent. Apart from the X factor that I feel an actor needs to have. Yeah. And that I believe, I don't know how it is, but I like to say, you either have it or you don't. And that's just the truth of the way it is. X factor combined with talent is going to take you. And of course, 30% of luck.
Yeah.
luck is also important. But I feel more than that, it's just, it's straddling the fact. And for me, it's always been every 5 years, I've always looked back and said, now what am I supposed to do? To try and do something new. Because it's not about just being there and being part of the successful films. It's about having and leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And that's what's been, because I do come from a family where I've been challenged and always felt like they're so amazing, but I need to leave my mark somewhere. तो ये longevity नहीं होती अगर वो सोच नहीं होता that कि ये करना है, कैसे करना है, how else am I going to last? Otherwise then there would every 10 years there's somebody new. But so sustaining it is the main thing. And for me that is why I have to have choices of Buckingham Murder at the same time of Singham, at the same time of Crew, or a film like Johnny J on the streaming platform, which I feel that if it would have come in the theatres would have been fab. Which I don't know, I hope it comes. I don't know what to do with it since it was a streaming film. Because I feel it did so well for a streaming platform, it could have done well in the cinema.
You need to have the streaming guys also sitting. They control the rights.
Exactly. So I think that just you have to try and do different things.
Yeah. Guys, I'm having, like she said, 30% luck. Today I have the 100% luck because I'm, of course, moderating this conversation. But I'd like to open it up to all of you. Do we have questions from my friends in the media? You could raise your hands and we'll ensure you get a mic. Anyone? Can we get a mic here?
Hi, Kareena. You're right in front of me. Okay, you are the first female actor who has been honored with a festival. We had people like Amitabh Bachchan who had been honored by festival. So, when you think about that, is it believable, or how grateful do you feel, or what did you feel? Did you talk to Saif about it, saying that I can't believe it? How does it feel?
No, he was extremely happy. He wants to come and watch all the films. he's excited to come. He said, and he loves coming to PVR and watching movies. And he actually watches most films on Fridays. So when I told him about this, he was very excited. So he wants to do Omkara and Ashoka for sure. So, but coming back to your question, I'm just happy that people will get to watch these movies. And obviously, I feel so excited, honored, everything that, sometimes it's like, I don't know, I have to still figure out what's going to happen for the next 25. That's the scary part.
Hi, Kareena. Sana here from India Today. Firstly, I want to tell you there was a time when Yahoo Messenger was popular. And my password was Kareena Kapoor 1309. That's my birthday. That's the kind of love that people have for you. You rightly spoke about legacy, just standing out in a Kapoor family and doing so well. Of course, your kids are very young right now, but does Taimur has an idea that his mother has a film festival named after her? And what do you think would they think about having their mom in a film festival named after their mom?
Right now they're I think too young to know anything. He has an idea because of the paparazzi chasing us, so he knows that why are they chasing us. Sound. I think that's why he only knows that he's famous, but he keeps saying that, oh, why are they doing that? Am I famous? I'm like, no, you're not famous. I'm famous. You're nobody. You haven't done anything. So I'm like, you're not. So he's like, maybe one day I'll do it but right now in his mind it's not films. Right now it's only football. Everything is football. So I hope he will watch some of my films, I'm sure someday. But the minute I can take him away from, a little bit of football. You know how all the boys are at this age. It's.
But if you have like a mic or brand, what would that the mic just add to that? Like, what is the kind of legacy that you think you're leaving behind, and how would you describe brand Kareena Kapoor?
I never looked at myself as just, you know, a brand. I want people to watch my work, my films, and I want people to know that I was, you know, and that I am an actor who's very, very, you know, passionate about her job. An actor who's been very, very loved by her fans, because I am where I am after 25 years. To be here is only because of them, because their loyal support and their love. And I'm actually, I think my connect is with that. People like to see me in those roles because there is a connect to the masses. Somehow they feel that that's why roles like, you know, Pooh or Geet have always been, you know, them mouthing those dialogues or saying that. So there is that, you know, connect which I really appreciate, and I don't know how, but yeah, I mean, I'm planning the next 25, hopefully, for it to have more films that will, you know, play here in the cinemas and people will enjoy in different roles.
Hi, Divya. Hi, I'm Hitash from CNN. First of all, congratulations for completing 25 years. Thank you for giving us a great time at the movies. Sorry for being greedy. I have two questions actually. The first being, you know, having, you know, dabbled in so many genres, roles, you know, over 2 decades, is there still a dream role that you have?
Oh, there's no dream role as such. I mean, I always wanted to be a detective, so I've done that. And now I have to think of what else I have to do. But, so I've never really thought of, you know, this is a particular dream role. I look at characters that, something that I would enjoy playing. Because you have to spend, you know, 50, 60, 70 days with that character in you. So you have to really enjoy doing it, you know. That's the most important thing, I think, for an actor. To enjoy playing that part. Otherwise, how will you be able to spend so much time, you know, being that particular person?
My second question, you know, taking it ahead from Sana. So I remember once you had told me that, you know, Taimur loved watching Bhool Bhulaiya along with his dad. But is there any film of yours that he or Jay, they have watched, or do you regulate their screen time a lot?
Yeah, nowadays I have to, so there's no option. I mean, you know, but no, I guess maybe I should get them to watch something at the festival, I think, here, when it's playing. I don't know. I think if I ask everyone, everyone's going to say Jab We Met. So I know that's yeah, I think so, na? Omkara would be a bit shocking to see, you know, for them with their father. So yeah, I think Jab We Met, maybe. Let's start with that. They haven't started watching that, but maybe we should start with that.
Do you regulate their screen time?
I have to. There's no option. So Monday to Friday screen time is like, no. But then he's always like, but then why are you watching TV? Why are you on your phone? So these days, you know, kids are, it has to be, you know, the parents also have to kind of do what they want their kids to do. So, you know, when we're at like wanting to put them to bed, then we're also reading and not watching TV till they go to sleep. Because I guess they learn from example, you know, there's no other way. If they're going to see us on the phone or on the screen, they'll want to do that.
Right. We have time only for one last question.
Hello. So you've been developing very well. Kareena, this is Renuka from the Times of India. I absolutely loved you in the Buckingham Murders. Let me start this question with you by asking that you've been an effortless trendsetter for the past 25 years. Like if Kareena is going with stars makeup, we want no makeup on ourselves. If you're coloring your hair, everybody wants to color their hair, you know. If you're size 0, everybody wants to be size 0. Do you think over the years that aspect of your personality where you have been this effortless trendsetter has taken away from the fact that you have been such a fantastic actor? Because those two aspects kind of go against each other. One doesn't tend to take an actor too seriously if they are this really glamorous trendsetters. But if you look at your filmography, I think be it Jab We Met, to Dev, to Omkara, it has been such flawless, Urta Punjab, so that aspect of you as an actor.
It's actually a very good question. It's one of the best questions someone has asked me because it really makes sense. Your question makes sense to this. So yeah, I guess it is. It's this thing that whether, you know, the more glamorous you are, maybe you're not taken seriously as an actor. It's, I mean, you know, people, I guess that's just the way maybe people think, but now that when they see my choice of films and what I've done, I think that, proves wrong, that you can't really judge a book by its cover, and you can't really make judgments before you see. But of course, the image of being this, I don't know, like you said, I've never looked at myself as that, because I always stay away from, people saying these sort of things to me, because I've always preferred to be, with my ear to the ground, because it's so important for an actor to constantly have that, to know the reality of situations, the reality of, what's happening around them. So I've been very, very lucky that I'm that kind of person, and I've focused on my performances. And it has taken those number of films for people to take me seriously, that now that when Buckingham Murders come, they're like, okay, fine, because I've constantly been at it, proving myself. But that's also probably been the reason of the longevity that's given me that. Because like I said, that I've constantly been at it, trying to prove myself also as an actor. And I think, yeah, hopefully, I don't want, anyone to say that, okay, wow, you've done it all, now what? Because I think I want to constantly keep proving myself still. I think there's a long way to go still.
Thank you. And Niharika, just one question to you. When you have a career of 25 years in such good films, I'm sorry for this, how do you select 6? I think that's a tough job.
You can hear me like this, right? Yeah. I mean, it was a very tough selection process. Like I said, there were so many amazing films to choose from. It was also like a very long process to understand what we should pick. But like I said before, I think, finding the right balance, because the work that is included, which is a film like Jab We Met, K3G, they're such iconic roles. So we felt we had to do justice to those 2 films, because no Kareena Kapoor Khan Film Festival is complete without those 2. We definitely wanted to include Omkara, because it is what it is. That film is outstanding. It has such a huge fan following, and Chameli and Hero, and we wanted to give like those films that didn't get their due, because they are such amazing films, and they're such like you as well said, like they're such risky and they're such brave roles that you don't see a lot of people taking. So we were keen to put 6 films together that are very reflective of her entire career of such bold choices. So that was where it was.
Well, guys, we're almost at the end of this. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of you have questions.
Yeah, Niharika, my question is to you.
Hi.
So PVR has announced ANR Festival and now Kareena Kapoor Festival. So what new releases can we expect?
Oh, I mean, we're still working on a list, and it's something that we're curating every week. So, and we're very, excited that the film fraternity, all over India is also very excited about this initiative. So we have a very exciting slate lined up. In addition to this, we have a few films that are coming out in October. We're looking at Tal as one of them. We're looking at Umrao Jaan. I don't know if I can officially say this yet, but one festival which we're very excited to curate soon is a Raj Kapoor Film Festival, 100 years, and we're really looking forward to that. So yeah, it's an ongoing process. Like when new releases come out, we'll start slating these properly. But these are a few properties that we're very excited about.
Kareena here.
So I'm so sorry.
Just the last one. You're there in the industry since so long.
Listen, I've been asked to be very strict.
जिस तरह का काम आपने किया है, we all love it. चाहे वो पू की बात हो, चाहे वो गीत की बात हो, और अनगिनत किरदार. ओमकारा वाकई में काबिले तारीफ. जब आप क्रू जैसी कमर्शियल फिल्म करने के बाद द बकिंगम मर्डर जैसी फिल्म करते हैं, जो बिल्कुल अलग सिनेमा है, एकदम अलग किरदार है आपका, वो मतलब क्रू आपने अभी की, वो कमर्शियली इतनी कामयाब फिल्म है, ये इंग्लिश फिल्म है, ये आपने की, ये जुर्रत कहाँ से आती है? और जब क्रिटिकली कोई फिल्म कामयाब हो जाती है, जैसे बकिंगम मर्डर को बहुत तारीफ करी गई, लेकिन कमर्शियली उतनी कामयाब नहीं हुई, तो हाउ डू यू हैंडल दिस?
आई थिंक आफ्टर इतने सालों बाद, इतने सारे कैरेक्टर्स करने के बाद, अगर एक्टर्स ब्रेव चॉइसेस नहीं ले पाते हैं और अलग फिल्म्स नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो आई थिंक दे कांट जस्ट बी नोन एज कि अगर मैं जिंदगी भर सिंघम और क्रू में काम करूं, तो आई थिंक वो यू ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू डू थिंग्स डिफरेंटली. वो टू लास्ट 25 years, एक ही टाइप की फिल्म में हम नहीं काम कर सकते हैं, अलग अलग फिल्म काम करने में वो एक लॉन्जिटिविटी, एक रास्ता देता है, एक ऑक्सीजन टैंक जैसे बनता है. एंड आई थिंक फॉर अ फिल्म लाइक, आई मीन मैंने चमेली, आई डिड इट इन माय करियर एट द एज ऑफ 22. आई थिंक नोबडी थॉट, तब सब कह रहे थे कि नहीं करीना नहीं कर पाएगी वैसे टाइप की फिल्म. एंड फॉर दैट टाइम it did so well. So I think that at this stage in my career, it's also important कि अलग-अलग किरदार करना ज़रूरी है, कि करीना ये भी कर सकती है, वो भी कर सकती है. At the same time, गीत जैसे रोल्स ही नहीं कर सकती हूँ मैं. I can't only keep doing गीत all my life. जैसे मैंने कहा कि आधी जिंदगी ऐसे ही चली गई. पहले 10 साल के लोग समझते थे कि ये गीत ही है. अब ये 2 टाइप की रोल्स, तभी तो when people were just offering me those kind of roles. तो अगर if I had picked every role like that, I think आज ये फेस्टिवल नहीं होता, क्योंकि वो रोल would not have been part of pop culture. तो अगले 25 साल करने की ताकत है कि अलग अलग रोल्स, कुछ फिल्में 100 करोड़ हो, 500 करोड़ हो, बट कुछ फिल्में अगर कुछ लोग भी देखें और तारीफ करें, आई थिंक वो उससे दिल खुश भी हो जाता है कि ऑडियंस इज देयर टू वॉच दिस काइंड ऑफ फिल्म.
Beautiful. I think on that note, I will have to cut short the Q&A. I'm so sorry, sir. We're completely run out of time. Kareena, you okay? I'm so sorry, sir. आप उसके बाद बात कर लीजिएगा. Kareena, you know, I think one thing that everyone here is going to agree is your passion for cinema is infectious, and we love you. Right now, and when we see you in the back videos with your hair in a bun, you look amazing. And to honor your absolutely brilliant career of 25 years, we have something very, very special. And for that, while we have Niharika and Kamal here, I'd also request Amir Bijli. Careful there. Guys, can everyone please settle down? This is a special moment. It's a special moment for all of us who love Kareena, and of course for Kareena and the PVR INOX family.
थोड़ा डाउन हो.
Amir Bijli,
पीछे से चेयर हटा के पीछे खड़ा करो यार.
and
आगे
Niharika Bijli.
अरे लाइट छोड़ो यार.
अरे फोटो फोटो.
All smiles.
और लाइट घुमा दिया रे.
थोड़ा लाइट पीछे जाइए. टेबल हटा दो ना मैडम. टेबल हटा दो. लाइट नहीं आ रही है.
अरे पीछे से हट जा.
अरे यार दिल्ली एक सेकंड मैडम.
वो कैमरे वाला कौन है पीछे?
किरण भाई. किरण. हाँ. टोटा का है तो कैसे मारेगा? टोटा मेरा भी ये कॉपी मार.
Thank you everyone. I have a small list of people we must thank. नहीं तो हम शुक्रिया तो बोल दूँ. We like to thank our culture partner, Brute, our radio partner, Fever FM, and official music streaming partner, Amazon Music, who are collaborating with PVR INOX on this festival. Yes, absolutely. Abhishek, I know personally how crazy it's been for Abhishek and Deepa and everyone who's been working on it. Thomas. Thank you so much, Karina. I think they all waited for a solo picture of yours.
बैठो बाय 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 बाय
To all my friends from India, the food and refreshments. Thank you so much.